Imagine this. You're a child on a playground when all of a sudden the world starts rumbling. The ground below you trembles. And you look over, and Reactor 4, Chernobyl, is blowing up. You see fire, flames, you see this weird green glow at the bottom. It is April 26th, 1986, and everyone fears for their life in the exclusion zone of Chernobyl.
I was just a lieutenant back then, doing some wet work. Chernobyl, Christmas for the bad guys. Even a decade later, a lot of them still used it to get their hands on nuclear material. A lot of them, including one, Imran Zakhaev. Of course, we couldn't just let that happen. Cash for spent fuel rods. That's one hell of a recipe for destruction. It was the first time our government had authorized an assassination order since the Second World War. I was under the command of Captain Macmillan.
Ah, the good old sound of Captain Price. He's in Pripyat in a ghillie suit, waiting for Imran Zakhaev. Of course, you may be confused about what my intro was, but Pripyat and Chernobyl, Reactor 4, you see me looking through the sniper scope at what was once one of the biggest nuclear power plants in Russia. Crawling through a field with people walking around you, scared that one of them was just gonna see your rifle, and realize that you're not just a blade of grass, that you are in fact two snipers on a mission to make sure that the world does not fall into a nuclear war. Chernobyl, one of the worst incidents in the world, in Russia to this day, still remains a mystery of what truly happened on that fateful day. But, as a sniper, you're not worried about radioactive waste, you're not worried about dying, you're worried about completing the mission. And that is all gillied up. You can't just sit there and allow Imran Zakhaev to get nuclear fuel rods. One of the most dangerous places, or one of the most dangerous things in the world. And the Chernobyl exclusion zone is still 55% radioactive, or it still is 55% as radioactive as it was the day it happened. Nuclear lava still seeps under the earth, sinking lower and lower into the ground. I have a video that explains this in the description below if you are interested. Now, your mission is to make sure Imran Zakhaev does not walk out alive. When you take that shot, it is your choice whether he lives or dies. You are at the fate of a single 50 cal bullet. And does it work? We think so. As you hit him, his arm flies off. His men and then all of them hit the ground. A helicopter flying around seeing you. You snipe with one last bit of hope, hitting the helicopter right in the nose, destroying it, knowing you have won. Completing your mission, you now get to the extraction zone, getting out of the area, out of the exclusion zone, knowing you have finally made it to safety. Or have you, as the enemy looks on ahead? They are following close behind you, Captain Macmillan injured, realizing a helicopter has now made your mission twice as hard as you carry your buddy out of the battle. Two enemies stand in front of you, getting to the Ferris wheel, and hopefully getting out alive. You realize your fatal mistake when you see how outnumbered you are as enemies pile up at the door. You are standing there praying that your helicopter and men make it to you on time. All you can do is sit there and hope and pray that you and Captain Macmillan can hold out for long enough to get an extraction team there. Knowing this, you plant your last few claymores, you pick up a few weapons, and you fight. You pick up the weapons, and you fight to the death. You still fight, hoping that your team makes it to you on time. As one last you're running out of hope, ammunition, and grenades. All your blood, sweat, and tears has poured out to complete your mission. You're getting overrun as more and more enemies pour through the gap. Your helicopter is still a measly 4,000 meters away. What do? When all of a sudden, when all hope is lost, you see no way of escaping. Ammo is down to just your last few mags. You're using all the enemy weapons you can find. When all of a sudden, your helicopter appears, you pick up your man, your teammate, your captain, and you run. You make it to the helicopter as men get out and start defending you. You and the British military and you and Captain Macmillan escape with your lives. At last, you get to go home. Men start getting on the helicopter. You start flying out. You're out of ammo. You switch to your last few mags, and you start fighting. You finish off the last few enemies you can, and you escape with 6 bullets left. Knowing if he would have got there a second later, you would be dead. Left to rot in the Chernobyl exclusion zone. And that is why All Gillied Up is my favorite mission. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I narrated it the best I could, but I'm really tired. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Peace.